Hi Chargers, welcome back to the Poetry Project. It's so good to see you. Bienvenidos otra vez al Proyecto de poesía. These days that have been so kind of like rainy and gray, for me, they're perfect for reading and writing poetry. He estado leyendo tus poemas. Son mis cosas favoritas para leer y estoy tan impresionada. I'm so impressed with the poetry of yours I've been reading on these dark, rainy days. I've been so enjoying listening to your voice, seeing through your poet's vision eyes, feeling and smelling and tasting as you use your senses. De verdad, están haciendo un trabajo excelente en tu poesía y quiero que sigan escribiendo más. So today I'm going to focus on something that you guys are already doing a really good job at, which is putting feelings in your poems, but I'm going to teach you a new way that maybe you haven't tried before to fill your poem with feelings. Entonces, hoy te voy a enseñar algo, una estrategia nueva para poner sentimientos en tus poemas. Before I begin with the new strategy, I want to remind you of some strategies that you already know that you could help your poems really come alive with feeling. Primero, lo que puedes hacer es pensar en lo que es tu sentimiento y preguntar cómo se ve, cómo se escucha este sentimiento. What is my mental image? And you could close your eyes and you could just feel the feeling of whatever you're going to write about and just get a flash really quickly in your brain, like a picture in your mind of what it looks like. And then you could write all about that mental picture. Otra cosa que ya saben hacer es usar saltos de línea. You guys also know about how to use line breaks. And you can use line breaks to show feeling in your poem. Porque unos saltos de línea cortitos, repetidos, tienen un sentimiento muy diferente a líneas muy largas. Y puedes aislar palabras individuales. You can isolate certain words in your line breaks in order to show a feeling. So you already know how to do that. You can experiment. Otra cosa que ya saben hacer es usar puntuación y uso de mayúsculas. So you already know about using capital letters and punctuation to show feeling in different ways in your poetry. So you can also try that. Pueden también hacer uso de estas convenciones para mostrar sentimientos. But the one I'm going to teach you about today is getting a moment, un momento, an action, una acción, o un objeto, an object, and filling it up with the feeling. And we're going to practice showing, not telling, what we're feeling about by showing it through an object, moment, or action. I want to share a story with you that's going to explain this. It's called Fireflies by Julie Brinklow. Let me just move myself to the side here. En este cuento, un niño está viendo luciérnagas. He goes downstairs to get a jar to catch them. Hace huecos para que respiren, va afuera. They're super excited, catching the fireflies. Oh my goodness, look how he feels right now. We can really tell how he feels. He's super in love with his fireflies. Está tan feliz, tan contento. Va y atrapa todas las luciérnagas, las lleva a su casa. He goes to bed with his fireflies right by his bed, and he is just so excited. He loves them. And he starts watching them, and look how his eyes start to change a little bit as the fireflies start to get darker. Empiezan a apagar su luz. Y el niño empieza a cambiar su emoción porque se van apagando, apagando. Y él sabe que aunque no quiere, mira que está frustrado porque sabe lo que tiene que hacer. He knows he has to probably do the right thing and let the fireflies go, even though he loves them so much. And he watches them swim around the moon. And the last page, I really want us to focus on how she shows us, not tells us, what he's feeling. Dice que tenía ahí la jarra vacía en sus manos y que las luciérnagas están nadando en mis lágrimas, pero me puedo sentir que estoy sonriendo. So tiene esos dos sentimientos encontrados de estar un poquito triste porque se van, pero contento porque están libres. So on this page, Julie Brinklow does a beautiful job of showing, not telling. I don't see here it says, I felt sad, I felt happy. She's showing us through action. Y esto, poetas, es lo que tú vas a hacer con tus poemas. Nos vas a mostrar, no decir, cómo estás sintiendo a través de un objeto o un momento. You're going to show us, not tell us, how you're feeling through an object, a moment, or an action. I made some pictures here to remind you. So this one would be like an empty poem. No feelings in this poem. It's just an empty jar. This one would be telling. This one would be telling. So if you said, for example, I feel sad, I feel frustrated, I feel happy, me siento contento, me siento un poco cansado. This would be telling the feelings, which is a step closer, but we're going to practice filling up the object with the feeling and not telling, but showing, just like Julie Brinklow did, through the descriptions. Yo te voy a mostrar cómo lo hago, ¿ok? Bueno, ya saben que a mí me gusta tener una hoja para despertar mis ideas. You guys know by now that I like to have a brainstorming sheet. So here on this brainstorming sheet, I'm going to write what feeling I'm going to write my poem about. I'm going to write about love for my mom. That's the feeling I want to write about today. And then I'm going to ask myself what objects, actions, and moments could show love for mom. Let's see. Momentos que muestran el amor que tengo para mi mamá. I can talk about being at the beach. I can talk about family dinners. Acciones. Bueno, mi mamá y yo hablamos mucho por teléfono. I can talk about talking on the phone. We all also like to go walking together. Puedo pensar en una vez que fuimos a caminar. An object. I'm going to think about a really specific thing that shows love that my mom and I have. Something really special she's done for me. Bueno, este mantel. Estoy pensando en este mantel porque lo estoy viendo todos los días y mi mamá me lo trajo, so I can put my tablecloth and tell the story of that. También me regaló un collar that I like a lot, that I can talk about that special necklace and how I feel like protected by my mom when I wear it. Pero algo más único, something that was really special. Oh, I know. When I was little, in the hot summers, my mom would always freeze my chocolate milk for me, so it kind of tasted like ice cream, and that was so special that she did that for me. I think I'll do that one in my poem today. I'm going to use the object of chocolate milk to show love for my mom. Y ahora lo que tengo que hacer es zoom in, tengo que enfocarme en este objeto que escogí para mostrar el amor que tengo para mi mamá. Okay, so I'm going to think, what would be important to include in my poem about my chocolate milk in the summer? Well, people have to know it was hot days, otherwise they won't know why it was so special. I need to paint the scene of it being hot. I'll talk about the chocolate milk being like sweet. I'll use my sense of taste. I'll talk how cold it is. I kind of want to use personification, where I make an object like a human with an action. And I'm going to do something about like the object giving me a kiss, because my mom would always give me a kiss on my nose. So somehow I'm going to make the object give me a kiss on my nose. And let me see if I can use some poet's vision. Visión de poeta. Bueno, como es a hot day, I'm going to talk about my throat being as dry as a cactus. So dry. Okay, I'm ready. I have my planning sheet done. Poetas, no se olviden, antes de empezar un poema, es muy buena idea hacer una lluvia de ideas y planear tu poema. So you can do something like this. Now I'm going to put it in the fast forward time machine para mostrarte el poema que acabo de hacer about the frozen chocolate milk. As I read it with you, I want you to read it with me, and I want you to notice two things. One, the other things I did as a poet, which I kind of try to show you here, like repetition, poet's vision, rhythm, but really try to see if you can get the feeling. That was my goal. Did I reach my goal of showing you the feeling of love that I have with my mom by showing you, not telling you? Let's see. Ready to read? Frozen chocolate milk. A la cuenta de tres. 1, 2, y 3. Such a hot, hot, hot summer day. My throat dry and scratchy. Did I swallow a cactus whole? Such a hot, hot, hot summer day. Until Slushy, icy, frozen, sweet treat, just for me. So cold, steam rose, and you kissed my nose. I know you thought of me at the store. I know you thought of me placing it in the freezer. I know you thought of me wrapping it in foil like a shiny present. All summer's heat now in my chest. Thanks, Mom. ¿Vieron lo que hice? Escogí el objeto de la leche que me preparaba mi mamá y lo llené con mis sentimientos. Dije que me estaba besando, como el vapor de la caja me estaba besando en la nariz, como mi mamá me besa en la nariz. Dije, estaba hablando de tanto tiempo que mi mamá lo preparó como un regalo, como si fuera un regalo. Dije al final que el calor del verano me subió al pecho to show, not tell, the love I had in my heart for my mom. So poets, today when you're writing your poetry, try to get a feeling and fill up an object, an action, or a moment, just like I did in my poem about the frozen chocolate milk. Okay? Estoy súper emocionada a ver tus poemas con sentimientos. I'm so excited to read your feelings poems. Bye-bye.